Nagabi po sa inyo lahat. So, Teddy, Boy Mundo, Nick Campo, and I, how many months ba? We started in June selecting a list of 10 films to represent, I'm sorry, 100 years of Philippine cinema, which is, of course, difficult and almost impossible. So dumaan, ang dami-daming standard na dinaanan. And you start, of course, by asking the question, what are the best films? But slowly and slowly, nawala yung idea na dapat the best director should be there. Hanggang na-focus na doon. Kung 100 years, ang tanong namin, ano ang mga pelikulang sumagot, o tumiwalag, o umalpas doon sa mga panahon na ginawa ang mga pelikulang yun. So that was at the very core, our way of selecting films. Pero marami pang consideration eh. For example, existing good copies dapat meron. Producers. Minsan naman, some of the films that we selected were already shown in Busan. So may mga ganong perspective. In the end, we had about 15 films. May 5 nakapark sa tabi. And eventually, slowly, I think we got tired discussing kung anong mga pelikula may iwan. So kung nagpapagod na kami, naiwan na lang yung 10. And we hope, hindi ito canonical. In other words, hindi siya the best of the best. Pero lahat sila magagaling. But ang point is, may mga pelikula kasi, for example, ako lang naman, siguro ang bias ko ito. Sinasabi nila palagi na 3 taong walang Diyos is important because of the performance ni Nora. Yes, pero may naiiba sa 3 taong walang Diyos na aspeto. For the very first time, naging bida, naging maganda, naging buo ang personalidad ng Hapon. Na for a long time, kung babalikan yung pelikulang Pilipino, palaging cartoonish o caricature ang Hapon. Walang mukha, walang ugali, basta wala lang. Pinagtatako na gago, in other words, pardon the term. Pero suddenly you have a person na you could relate with. And I have a feeling yun aming interpretation na slowly kasi nakikilala na ng mga Pilipino ang Hapon, ang Japan at ang mga Hapones. Kaya na natin paniwalaan na mabait naman pala na Hapon. So na-reflect yun ang pelikula in some ways. So iyan ang isa sa mga dynamics na
Thank you, Tito. Yes, I would just like to mention that I thank my colleagues na Doy Del Mundo, Nick Campo, talagang mga eksperto sila, Tito Valiente, for jamming together with me on this selection. No? Mahirap ito kasi imagine, 100 years of Philippine cinema history. 10 lang pipiliin namin. Out of almost 10,000 that have been produced. No? 10,000 at hindi natin alam. A lot of the pre-war films are gone, even the post-war. The entire silent film output is completely gone too. So wala kaming mapipili yung silent film. Dalagang Bukid, the first Filipino full-length film, shown September 12, 1919. No, of course there's no copy. So we have to mainly choose from the post-war era, starting from the 60s onwards. But we made sure that at least this 10 will be unquestionable. And when you see the lineup, that you will say, okay, these represent, if not the very best, at least they are all representative of what Philippine cinema is, what it has achieved. And these are also major filmmakers and films. We made sure, for example, that all the 7 national artists are represented, but unfortunately only 5, no? Eddie Romero with Ganito Kami Noon, Lino Broca, Kaina Tabel, Ishmael Bernal with Himala, Fernando Poe Jr. with Ang Panday, and malapit na. Hindi pa. We did that, for example, include Manuel Conde because one of his best films, Genghis Khan, was already exhibited in 2009 when Busan already held a major Philippine retrospective in 2009. So we could not repeat it. And then Jerry De Leon, the problem is there were no good prints of some of his existing films. although one of his major films is currently undergoing restoration, no? And you will hear about it in before the year ends, or maybe at the start of next year. Sure. Okay, Maynila sa Kone ng Liwanag. Nandito sa harap ko si yung where Mr. Bembol Rocco, the great Bembol Rocco, was discovered. One of our, in the book 500. Yeah, considered one of the best, 1,000 best films of all time, no? Top 100, top 100 films, no? By the British Film Institute. Kasi pinalabas na siya noong 2009.
Why there is no Nepomuceno? Or nothing available?
Well, we tried to, nothing from Jose Nepomuceno, the father. No? Kasi silent era yun eh. But we did consider Luis Nepomuceno, no? Being the son. But in the end, we decided not to because I think some of the films that we wanted were not really available and maybe not in the best quality, no? For a major retrospective on Philippine cinema. This showcase of Philippine films, by the way, in Busan is the biggest ever retrospective of Philippine cinema in all the film festivals that we've encountered, no?
This is it for the record.
Yes, this is it. Well, including the new ones, no, that will be shown in the various sections, no. And I might also highlight that I think this is going to be the international premiere of 2 Mike De Leon films, which have never gone outside Manila for some reason, no, and now finally included in an international film festival, which will premiere in Busan, outside Manila. These are Bayaning Third World, starring Joel Torre, and Citizen Jake. You know,
Is mine coming?
good question. Ask Atom. Sorry. Ito wants to say something.
May nakalimutan na pala akong sabihin. I'm sure you will relate with this experience namin. Nung first meeting, ang dami kong sinasabing, ang archivist kasi sa grupo si Teddy na, ang dami kong sinasabing pelikula yung gusto ko, walang kopya. So it speaks about how bad ang archiving natin, ang ating preservation. For example, I mentioned Sawa sa Lumang Simboryo, walang available. Daigdig na mga ape, hindi nakahanap. All of these really classic films, wala na siya lahat. So that speaks also about, you know, the state of affairs ng ating pelikula.
Napapalabas pa sa TV yun live sa Wasa Lumang Simboryo.
But we cannot exhibit them na gano'n na instances.
Yeah, there's a lot of DS on this was brilliant. Yeah. Can we reserve the questions towards the end? Yeah. After. So can we hear from Direct Member about this film first?
Good evening, everyone. So, hirap. Parang, di ako makapaniwala when someone mentioned it to me the first time na actually it was my friend Bianca Balbuena who whispered to me na nasali yung film ko sa list na ito, dito sa curation na ito, parang di ako makapaniwala. Of course, it's a big honor for me at sa mga kasamahan namin na gumawa ng film na to way back in 2010. It's a Cebuano film in Cebuano language. So, para sa akin, parang importante siya na sa centennial ng Philippine cinema, parang there's an inclusion of films from outside the capital. So, yun.